continuation from yesterday's video. I hope you enjoyed that. Today's video, as you can see, we completed the front end on the car. So now I'm going to show you some clips of how we achieved that look, and then I'm going to show you what the plan is for today. So let's go. Right guys, so where we left the last video, I was just putting on the bonnet and you've just seen how we've done that. So as you can see, the whole entire front end is done. Look at this lip. Now Copart destroyed the lip, I don't know how, but in the process of getting the car delivered to me, the lip was destroyed, but it's a fiberglass lip. So I've put some sellotape on it just to protect it a little bit more. And then at a later date, I'll be repairing that. Now, something else amazing has happened overnight. The previous owner of the breaker car got in touch with me, and yeah, I think his little brother actually follows me on Salvage Nations on my YouTube channel. So that's great. So he's got some side skirts and some other bits for the breaker, as well as some receipts and stuff. So I'll be meeting up with him later on tonight. But before we do that, I need to take the front bumper back off, because this front bumper, as you can see, it doesn't have any parking sensors. So I need to drill some holes and find a way of attaching the parking sensor holders at the back. And then that way I can reconnect my parking sensors. So parking sensors is the main thing for today. After I've done that, I can fasten on my front bumper for the last time. Then I can put on my plastic mud guards, which is one and one on the other side. And if you remember in the previous episode, someone crashed into the back of the car whilst I was recording, broke the light right there. I've actually got a replacement light on the breaker car, so I'm going to be removing that and swapping that over. Another thing that I did off camera was I went ahead and I upgraded the screen inside, the iDrive screen. I had the business model, which is quite small, quite basic, and I've updated it for the professional model, which is quite big. Have a look at that. Another thing I want to do is I'll be swapping out the trim pieces, because on the breaker car, it came with piano black trim pieces. I'll be showing you guys all of that. Another thing I need to do is I've got these sitting in the car. I just didn't put them on yesterday because I know the bumper was coming back off. So once I've assembled the bumper for the final time, I'll be putting in them. I'll be putting in my air scoops for the brakes, and we'll be giving this car a nice deep polish. So yeah guys, we've got a busy day planned. We've got a lot to do before we can finally get this car completely done. We're going to be washing it, we're going to be polishing it, and then I'm going to be showing you how it looks for the final time. And then that's going to be the end of phase one. Let's head on down to the garage and get started with what we got to do today. Let's go. So guys, that's the plan for today's video. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if this is your first time watching my channel, my name is D. I take cars like this and I rebuild them and I put them back onto the roads. If you haven't seen the previous videos of me rebuilding this car to this point, please check my playlist. They're all in my playlist. So with that said, we've got the plan for today.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Guys, so with that said, we've got the plan for today. Let's get in the car, head down to the garage, and action everything that I've just said. So I'll see you at the garage. Right guys, so we've made it down to multi-car repairs. This is where we're going to be doing a bit of work today, but they're busy inside, so I've parked in the car park. I'm going to take off my front bumper, and then I can take it into the garage and we can start to do some lining up in terms of getting the holes ready for the new parking sensors to go into this. My parking sensors are rolled up behind the bumper at the moment, and every time you stick it in reverse, it just has a loud noise in your ear, and you can see it from the screen. So that's the first thing that I want to do today. So let's get the bumper off and then get everything inside. Let's go. So these are my parking sensors. As you can see, they're literally just hanging and waiting, but there's no parking sensor holes. So let's take this bumper in the garage. I'll line it up with my other bumper that has the holes. I'll be drilling new holes, and I'll be finding a way of attaching the parking sensors into this bumper, and then we can reassemble that and continue to do the reassembly and everything else. So let's go. Alright guys, so that didn't work out. We went into the garage. It's still quite noisy. You can still hear the compressor and everything going. It wasn't good for filming. It's not particularly cold outside today, so found a nice little spot outside. We're going to just do what we need to do, and we'll continue later on in the garage. But anyway, I want to show you a few things. So this is my original bumper, and as you can see, this is the factory locations for the parking sensors. This bumper, it didn't have the parking sensor holes. So what I've done is I made a little template for each hole using some masking tape. And what I've done, if you come in close, I made a little mark on all the panels that I know. These are the body lines that don't move. So there's a body line there, there's a body line there, and there's a line there. I know that that won't move, so my dimensions are going to be perfect. I measured it up using this for my reference, and that's where the parking sensor hole is going to line up. So I did it here, moved it over, and taped it onto there. So I've done it here, done it there, I've done it there. So that's all four done. Now, I've got a special tool. I just call it a Christmas tree cutter. I don't know what it's called, but I just call it a Christmas tree cutter. This is going to connect it to my drill. I want to show you, have a look. So I've added some tape so I know my limit, and have a look at that. And that's where it sits, and that's the size of the original hole. So I'm going to try to match that on my bumper. So I'm going to be using this. So enough talking. Let's get the holes drilled, let's get the parking sensors set up, and let's get the bumper back on the car. So let's continue. simple, but my parking sensor holes are done. Let's see if they fit. Guys, take a look at that perfection. I will be painting these before I put them in. So let's get everything prepped, get these painted, stick them back in the car, put on all my plastic bits, and get the car ready to be fully assembled. Guys, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you like watching this kind of content, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And make sure you head over to shopsalvagenation.com, support the channel, purchase some merch. Have a look at, check it there. Make sure you head on over to shopsalvagenation.com. Enough blabbing, let's continue. So guys, that was actually one of my subscribers. So massive shout out to Big Nash. You came down, got your BMW sorted, and I just want to open it up to you guys. If you've got any issues with any of your cars, it doesn't need to be just BMW, we do all sorts of different cars, let us know. Drop me a comment down below or drop me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is in the description down below. With that said, it's time to finish sorting out this bumper. Where we left it just now, we've done the holes. I've done all the measurements and I've gotten this tiny little brackets that I needed to get. I managed to get them off the breaker car, the rear bumper had them. And these are the little connectors that we needed for the parking sensors. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go grab the car. We're gonna bring the car into the garage now, get the bumper all ready, stick these in, do what we need to do, get the parkers up. Once the parkers are in, I'm gonna be also installing all of my underguard plastics and some other little bits and bobs. So with that said, guys, let's continue. But before we do, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, take a pause right now, smash that subscribe button. And if you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. Let's go. Watching this and you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button. watching this and you're not subscribed, go down below and press that subscribe button. And if you're watching this and you like this kind of content, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, guys, go to shopsalvagenation.com, buy some merch. I really appreciate it. It's supporting us to make better content for you guys. Let's continue. There we go. It's been a long old day. Thank you, Akil.
Respect, respect.
Thanks to the cameraman. Look, guys, just take a look at that. Take a look at what we've been able to achieve. Not just today. This has been months and months of hard work. I know it's still very, very messy, but there's only 2 more things to do before I take this car outside and get it washed, which is, if you remember the very first episode, we got this, I took it off and I said, once this is done, I'll replace it. And I'm so excited to put it back on. So, that's one of the most important things I need to do. And the second, have a look at the state of this box. I ordered these as soon as I got the car. Guys, how sexy is that? That's all I can say. It's just sex. That's the personification of sexiness right there. Isn't it, Akil? So I'm gonna whack these in, and then we're gonna get the car out, give it a wash, and I'm gonna be showing you guys the final finished product. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh, this is just, look, sex in the box. That's what this is. Sex in a box. Look at that. Flipping hell. Guys, that is gonna be Akil. What do you think? No, put the camera on him. This is gonna make it better than your one. Yeah?
But still my one is more beautiful.
Look at that. Come on. Beauty personified. This is the personification. Get that. Personification of beauty right there. Anyway. That's what she did. Let me know what you think of the entire car, the entire build. Enough blabbing, let's get the car out, give it a wash. And once the car is washed, I'll be showing you some cinematic shots for your viewing pleasure. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let's go. Guys, I bought this about 2 months ago. I had it tucked away in the boot, brand spanking new, waiting for this day when this car's complete and I can wash it myself. Have a look. It's the little things, you know? It's the little things that makes me happy. Let's get this cleaned up and I'm going to be showing you some cinematic shots of this showstopper. there you have it. The car's had a bit of a refresh. I've had a bit of a refresh. And it's the next morning here. Step back, have a look at that. The car is complete. That's the end of phase 1. But if you remember, guys, I bought this car. It was a complete wreck. It was leaking oil. I thought the engine was gone. We ended up having to remove the engine to fix the chassis leg. We fixed the chassis leg, put the engine back in. After that, we had a minor bump on the back from someone who hit me whilst I was filming. This car has been, you know, a roller coaster of emotions. But here we are, have a look. But as nice as it is, there were times that I wanted to give up. There were times that, you know, I just thought this YouTube stuff is not for me, and it's your comments that kept me going. I've spoken, some of you guys have even hit me up on Instagram, and I don't need to say your names, you know who you are. We've had some really good conversations. You've given me the encouragement I needed to continue doing basically what I love to do. To say that I'm gassed is an understatement. This has been, you know, a labor of love. I've put in my blood, sweat and tears. You've seen it. If you've not seen the builds, the previous episodes with the graft that I've put in to this car, guys, check it out. And I want to give a massive shout out to Akil, Mustafa, Mysterio, my cameraman, all of the different people who've helped bring this to fruition. Like I said, guys, this is only phase 1. I'm not going to be doing a price reveal because I'm not selling this car. Initially, I was going to buy the car, fix it and sell it, but I never anticipated for the engine having to come out and all the extra work that I had to do. All of that is very costly, so it's not going to be cost effective if I sell the car right now. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be the new Salvage Nation car. We're going to be doing new wraps, we're going to be doing custom exhausts, we're going to be doing custom suspension. After that, we're going to be getting a remap. I'm going to be upgrading my injectors to more sporty injectors. We're going to be doing some more mods in the interior of the car. Guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button now. And if you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up because it lets YouTube know that you like my content. And you know what? This is what it's all about, guys. Keep it moving. There were times, like I said, I wanted to give up. With this build, previous builds, other issues, you know, life throws its curveballs at you, and you just have to keep it moving. That's why I say in all of my videos, guys, keep it moving. If you want to support the channel, you want to support me, make sure you go to shopsalvagenation.com and purchase a jet tag or a hat or whatever you want to do. Just go over to shopsalvagenation.com, buy some merch. Guys, I really, really appreciate it. So guys, with all of that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching me rebuild this in phase 1. Stay tuned for phase 2 and maybe phase 3. But this is where we're going to end the video. So like I always say, guys, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.